I'm unraveling, overthinking. My anxiety is growing. The child in me likes to avoid things. Hide in the closet, hide in the bathtub, hide wherever. I'd really like the earth to open up and swallow me whole, but I know that I can't run from this. I have to find a way to settle in the discomfort and move forward. I'm so tired. Sometimes everything in my head just gets to be too much, and it kind of gives me a headache. But I want to get over that, and I want to find a way to overcome it. My biggest struggle is that whenever I'm in a bad mood or anything goes wrong, the optimism part of me just dies, and everything just gets really, really heavy. Hi, I'm bringing my smoothie along that I made. Basic smoothie, it's literally just a protein shake with strawberries added on. I don't have yogurt right now, so it's going to be less thick of a consistency, but the flavor is still pretty good. It's just adding something into those protein shakes. I'm not drinking like a milkshake. Just had to touch on that a little bit. But anyway, so I wanted to kind of address like how I've been feeling so far into 2026. We're now like mid-January, kind of getting over the month. And usually I think that the month of January is like the hardest month to get through because it's like the start of the year and everything's overwhelming. And for me, the beginning of something is just like a real big hurdle, I guess, to get into. And I'm having my first crash out of the year, obviously, this week. As you can tell with my jump scare, that is my hair. I wanted to do this like front piece, but I ended up doing so much of a chunk. It's a lot. So it's pretty scary right now. I think this is the color that I'm just gonna end up with for a while because I had like fried my scalp and I need to give it some time to heal and I need the oils to build up and all that whatever stuff. So yes, I'm having my crash out and I'm feeling impulsive. And it got me thinking about this thing that I read, which I wonder if I talked about it previously, and I might have, but I want to talk about it again. It's if I did, but it's something that I read where people who are generally in like a Alcoholics Anonymous group, an AA group, where they talk about pulling a geographic. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically where you want to change like your environment and stuff. Like you don't want to be here. You're like thinking of like, oh, I wish I could just move out of state and start over. Or I wish I could just drop my job and move out of my apartment and move somewhere else. You know, like kind of go somewhere, I guess, where people don't know you or like where you don't know anybody. And it's kind of like a fresh start. And they say that the problem with that is that the problem's not really your environment so much. It's more like yourself. So there's this quote, there's like the saying is like, wherever you go, there you are. And I really like that quote. I think it like stands out to me a lot because it's true. Like no matter what happens in your life and no matter what you go through, like you're always going to be there and you're always going to be yourself. Right. So the work has to be done like within yourself and not so much like focusing on your environment. And sometimes I think about that. And so a lot of that has to do with like my hair, where I get to this point in my life where I'm just like, I need something to change. I need something that I can control, that I have in my power to control, and I need it to be different and I need to change and switch things up. And so I get impulsive and I do things like do my own hair. For the last couple of years, I've been going to an actual hairstylist at the salon and she's been doing it for me. And so I've been having the blonde pieces added on and all that stuff. And to me, it was just easier because I didn't have to worry about bleaching my own hair and toning it and getting the supplies and worrying about, I don't know, like the hair care and stuff afterwards. But I was so just like, I need to do it now. I need to do it now. And I did it. And it was so bad. It was really, really yellow. I'm going to put a picture here. It was really, really bad. And I went late to work one day because I spent the morning trying to fix it. I couldn't fix it. And then I tried to fix it yesterday. I couldn't fix it. And then this morning, I kind of got it to a point where it was like, this to me is the best outcome right now that I can make out of how bad it was. So just, it is what it is. I have to survive and I have to get through it. And also, you know, I'm just a girl and next week is my periods. And so, you know, like the days before, like the days leading up to your period, even like a week before, you start kind of feeling it creep in, like all of the hormone changes and you feel like the bloatedness, and like for me, I get like the acne breakouts, just that worn out kind of feeling in your body. But I start to get like the mood changes and everything, and then it's like the point where you're like, why am I feeling like this? Like, oh, my period's coming. But anyway, I think it's been a long month already. And this is why I hate January. But I've done some self-reflecting this entire week, and this is why the vlog was kind of weird, because I wanted to make it like almost like I guess like a weird like art film kind of style. And I was kind of heading into like the darkness, and I needed to kind of step back and get out of there before I really, really, really went into that I don't know, that like big emo face that I usually do. But after I did some self-reflecting, I kind of now know in my head like what I want out of myself and what I want to do this year and what I want to focus on and all my goals and everything. And so I'm feeling a little bit better, and that's making me be a little nicer to myself about things like my hair and like my weight and everything, because same thing with my weight loss, like I've hit a plateau and I just cannot seem to get out of this 190 mark on my weight, and it's hard. Like I went a little bit into like 189 and I was like proud of myself, but I'm still kind of juggling between like 190, 189, and it's really, really frustrating. And so I really need to like focus and kind of just reevaluate like my weight loss journey and my diet and everything. And so there's just a lot, like it's a big stressor in my mind right now, like because I just want to make sure that I stick to my goal and I lose the next 20 pounds and just kind of focus on my running and everything like that and my strength training. And yeah, so it's a little scary. It's also a little exciting. But yeah, this is just like my first crash out. And I'm hoping that things just don't get worse with everything. Like, I also get scared because I feel like every year something always happens. Um, I don't know, like a major life event that I have to go through. And so it's just like, I'm hoping that things will kind of be simple this year. And like the most stressful things that'll happen will be things like my weight loss journey and like just little small things, nothing like too major. Because I just kind of want to live in stability and simplicity for a little bit. You know, I don't want to move. I don't want to move like I did last year. That was a lot. That was a big thing too. Like I want to stay in my apartment, stay in my job still. Like just kind of keep something that's just consistent for the stability. But anyway, I know I'm kind of scrambling all over the place, but I just haven't really had time, I guess, this week to like self-reflect a lot. Like I did the self-reflection in my head, but I didn't really have a chance to unscramble everything and get it out of my head as much. And I also didn't vlog last week because I was just kind of focused on everything else, like myself, I guess, that was going on. And I didn't really have anything that I wanted to talk about. I just kind of internalized and bottled things up. And so, yeah, so I'll keep consistent, hopefully, with the vlogging after this week, and just kind of make it a habit to talk more about my feelings and kind of focus on even the good feelings. So not just trying to talk about like the nasty stuff within myself, but also kind of just, you know, I had a good day and this is all the positive, the things that happened to me. So, I don't know. I'm excited for the year. I can't wait for January to be over because February is my favorite month. It's my birth month. And I think it's going to be great. And I'm looking forward to it. And I'm being optimistic and I'm letting myself be optimistic and try not to hold myself back. And I'm just trying to be a little bit nicer to myself and gentler with myself. So yeah, just kind of wanted to talk about that. But the rest of the stuff with the art style, I'm going to kind of see how that works out a little bit and then, you know, change things up because I have so many ideas for how I want to do my vlogs and how I want to do like all kinds of stuff that it's like overwhelming inside right now because it's like I have all these ideas, but I feel like I don't have time, or like I'm kind of just like, do it now, or do this, and it's hard to decide. So yeah, I'm going to go and finish my smoothie before I start rambling more. So anyway, thanks for listening to all the gunk that's coming out of my mouth. Bye.